So if I lost all of my makeup and it was the Sephora Savings Event like it is right now, these are the products I would run straight to Sephora and buy. Okay, now for this video, I wanted to do an entire face. So I kind of just picked one foundation, one concealer, one bronzer. You get the point, right? I just wanted to create an entire look. So I wanted one of everything that I needed. So the foundation that I would buy out of all of the foundations at Sephora would be right now the Natasha Denona High Glam Foundation. I love this. It's a serum foundation, which means it's very lightweight and spreadable and blendable. And why does that matter? Because when a foundation is spreadable, that means that a little bit goes a long way and you're really able to spread it across the face, having to use less product and getting a more seamless, natural looking blend. It gives a radiant finish, but it's very long wearing. It doesn't look greasy. It doesn't look shiny. It is stunning. And I love the shades in this range. They really nailed the undertones. I'm the shade N7 and it is a perfect match for my skin. It is gorgeous. Now, there are many other great foundations at Sephora. You guys know I have many that I love, but today, right now, if I lost it all, this is what I would go buy. It also happens to be great for going into the fall and winter months because it's hydrating. So I wouldn't really be buying a matte foundation right now. I'd want something that is hydrating on the skin. Okay, I meant to share this before foundation, but if I lost my skincare, I would pick up this moisturizer. This is the Instant Angel Rich Facial Moisturizer. It's fragrance free, and what I love about this is it's so hydrating. And it's nice because it's not real thin, but it's also not thick and heavy. So you can use this morning, you can use it evening. It wears beautifully under makeup. It's also fragrance free. This brand makes exceptional skincare out of Sephora, and it's all in a pretty good price range. I want to say this one normally is like $40 or $45, and then you get your additional 20 or 15 or 10% off of that depending on your Sephora status. But highly recommend this moisturizer if you're looking for a good moisturizer to pick up during the Sephora Savings Event. This is a great one. Okay, concealer. Now this one was tough, you guys, because I have many concealers from Sephora that I love. But I think right now, today, if this happened to me today, I would go and I would buy this one. It's the Best Skin Ever concealer from the Sephora Collection branded makeup. And I have the shade 08P. This is very lightweight, similar to the Natasha Denona. It has a very similar texture and consistency. It's hydrating, but it really is long wearing. It doesn't settle in creases and fine lines. It gives exceptional coverage. And again, it just blends and covers and conceals flawlessly. It's not drying at all, which is really important in a concealer because when a product is drying on that delicate skin underneath the eye, it'll just magnify any texture. It'll magnify fine lines. It'll magnify wrinkles. So you want a product that gives some hydration, but you also need it to stay in place because when products are too creamy or too emollient, they can really move and slide around. And I don't have that issue with this. And it's the Sephora collection, so it's a really great price point. By the way, you guys, everything will be tagged in YouTube Shopping right below this video, so you can shop the products really easily through YouTube Shopping. I will link everything as well in the description box, and I'll put my shade names if you're curious or we're similar shades or you like to use me as a gauge to figure out which shade is best for you. And I am going to get this video up during the Sephora Savings Event, so you will be able to shop these products at a discount, so that's always good. Okay, let's move on to brows. Now, the two brow products that I would buy today if I lost it all are the Benefit Precisely My Brow Pencil. This has been a favorite for a long time. I am the shade 3 or 3.5. I wear them both. I love this. It is a microfine pencil. It's got great pigment payoff, which is important, meaning you don't have to put a lot of pressure to get this product to show up on the skin. So you're really able to create more light, soft hair-like strokes. Like all brow pencils, it has a little spoolie on the back, and I really do use this to comb the brows in place. If I go a little heavy-handed or put too much pressure and I want to soften the brow, I will use this to create a softer look. But I love this. I think Benefit really just nails the brow category. Benefit and Anastasia Beverly Hills are kind of the go-to brands for me at Sephora for brow products. They are so good. Now, I do have to pair a volumizing brow gel with my pencil because I not only have to create the shape with the pencil, but I also have to create volume because I don't have a lot of hair and the hair that I do have is thin and I just like to create a thicker, fuller brow. Now, I have a few brow gels that I love from Sephora. The Kosas Air Brow is a really great one as well. That's a recent favorite, but my current favorite today is this one from Benefit. It's actually a brow wax. It's the Precisely My Brow Wax, and I wear the shade 2, which is lighter, so it's gonna lighten my brows. This is like a mix between a brow gel and a wax, okay? It's not as thick and heavy and weighty as like a traditional wax product is. It's lighter, but it is thicker and waxier than a traditional brow gel. So it has really great hold. The wax actually builds up the look of volume to the brows. So I really love this. Now, this is a product that you can over apply, and you'll kind of gauge and see really quickly what's the appropriate amount to apply. You want to layer it enough to where the wax builds on itself and creates that volume and that like three-dimensional look. But if you keep building and building and building, you will notice that it looks very waxy, and you want to avoid that too. So it's a product that takes a few times to play with it, to get used to it. So if you go out and buy this and let's say you apply it and you're like, oh my gosh, this looks too waxy, it just means you use too much, okay? Because it happened to me too when I first bought it. But I really love this. It has great, great hold. It is a fantastic brow gel. Okay, for bronzer, I did limit myself to one bronzer, and this was tough because I was like, do I want to go with a cream or do I want to go with a powder? I just kind of had to decide. Don't decide cream or powder. Just decide like, what is your favorite bronzer right now from Sephora? And it is the Christian Dior powder bronzer. So I'm going with the powder. This is the Dior Forever Nude Bronze. This is the shade 10, which is the lightest shade. I love this. I've talked about this forever. You guys are probably sick of me talking about it, but it's just got a really beautiful texture to it. It's this very soft, velvety, matte texture. It blends so seamlessly. It almost like blends like a cream does on the skin. I also love the color of this. I think that's what makes it also very unique, is it's this really beautiful, warm bronze. It's not too orangey. It's not too like a golden. It's just the perfect, perfect shade. I also love the scent of this. It has a very strong scent. So if you are like anti-fragrance in your makeup, then you will not like this because it's pretty strong, but it reminds me a lot of the Physicians Formula Butter Bronzer, to be honest. It reminds me of like a day at the beach. So good. I love this one. So yeah, because I was like, I'm not going to think cream or powder. I'm just going to think of what's my favorite go-to bronzer. And this one is it right now. So this is the one I would choose. Okay. When it comes to blush, I did pick two blushes here because one, I feel like I wanted a cream and I wanted a powder, but two, I wanted a peach and I wanted more of like a rosy kind of mauve shade. So for the peachy blush, I picked up the Charlotte Tilbury Unreal Blush Healthy Glow Stick. And this is the shade Peachy Glow. Another product that I've been raving about for months. You guys are probably tired of hearing about it, but it's just so good. I love the color of this. This is a very, very creamy, buttery texture. It is so gorgeous. It's very pigmented, so you really don't have to apply a lot of this and you get a lot of impact. I really love to apply it with the N20 from the new Nikki LaRose and BK Beauty brush set. I actually use this for cream and for powder. I like to go straight to the stick and then to the skin. This is diffuser brush, so it's going to give you a lot of control, meaning it's not a dense brush. It's not going to pick up a ton of product and apply too much. I really feel too with blush, you want to really be able to control and slowly build the color up. And this is the perfect brush for that. So I'll pick this up and then I'll just kind of like press it in the area I want to apply, and it just blends it out so easily. But love this color, love this formula. It's gorgeous. This is what I would buy. This is the peachy blush I would buy. And then for powder, I can't stop talking about these Ilia blushes. These are the Soft Focus Blurring Blush, and this is the shade Breathless. It's a really gorgeous, rosy, kind of mauve, everyday shade. What I love about these is they're a powder, but they give a glow to the skin. And I actually layered this on top of the peachy. This has both of these on top. Now, you don't necessarily need to layer them both. They're both beautiful on their own. This will give you a glow similar to the cream because it has this really pretty sheen. Now, it's not frosty. It's not like a frosty or glittery or real shimmery formula, but do you see how it has that sheen to it? It's so beautiful. So it will give the skin a glow even though it's a powder. It doesn't look drying at all. And these are blurring, so they're going to softly blur out pores on the skin, which is nice because typically powders that have a little bit of a sheen or a highlight like that can magnify pores or magnify texture, and this does not. I also like how buildable this is. It's not super pigmented, so again, you can really decide if you want something sheer and soft, or if you want more color and more impact, then I would just keep layering it, or I would apply it with a brush that's more dense. The more dense the brush you apply with, the more color and payoff you will have. The more airy and light a brush, like I use the N20, and I would definitely describe this as an airy light brush, the softer application you're gonna have. So it's very versatile in that sense. I love it, it's so good. I bought it in 2 other colors, but the Breathless is my favorite. Okay, if I had to pick a powder, and this one was kind of tough, but I decided to go with the one size powder. This is the little mini size, it comes in a larger size, and I went with the translucent shade, meaning it has no color to it. They also have it in pink, and I think they have it in yellow, and I think they have it in peach. I have all of those, but I really love the translucent. I would definitely buy a translucent powder if I needed to buy like one powder and I had nothing, go with translucent because it's more versatile. This is a very mattifying powder. It's also very blurring. You do want to avoid applying too much of this underneath the eyes. You can apply this underneath the eyes, but I would avoid applying too much. So you'll see when I apply it, I actually take it and I really work the brush into the lid just to work the powder in, and then I'll tap off any excess that falls. Then I will actually start to powder the forehead first so that I get a lot of that powder off the brush around the forehead area. Then I'll go and I will tap underneath the eyes so that I'm making sure I'm not applying too much powder underneath the eyes. There are some powders that are, I wouldn't say this is a really, really light refined powder. I would say it's a little bit heavier and it's more mattifying. So again, I can't stress enough, don't over apply this underneath the eyes. I apply it under the eyes all the time. You just don't want to over apply it. You don't need to either because it is mattifying. You don't need to apply a lot. I will also tap it on right here between like the nose and the apple of the cheek to kind of set that area. I'll also apply it on my smile lines, and I will kind of trace the border of my blush and my bronzer area too. And I'll set powder around there as well, just to prevent the product that I'm wearing, especially if it's cream products, from like sliding or moving down the face as you get oily or as you step outside and it's a hot day. You really want to have powder there to lock everything in. So this is the powder I would buy if I lost it all. Okay, you guys, let's talk about eyes. So this was a little tricky for me because I'm like, okay, I've lost everything. What do I want to get? And I decided today I would go in and I would buy a Makeup by Mario Longwear Cream Shadow. These are a newer product that launched this year. And I would buy the shade Bisque. Bisque is a very light, soft color. It's a great primer. Now you could use this as shadow, but I would always probably put something in the crease to give a little more dimension to the eye because this is a very light, flat, matte color. And if you put this all over the lid, it's going to cancel everything out and you need to create some more shape. So I would definitely pop like a bronzer in your crease or a neutral matte color that's a little bit darker than your skin tone to create some definition. But I would do this as like a primer, this color. I also have this in the shade Mauve. You guys know I love Mauve. And Mauve I like to wear by itself as a shadow. But with this one, I pack shadow on top of it. And the palette that I would buy, and this was tough because, you know, there's so many palettes at Sephora, but the palette that I would buy if I lost everything, just to kind of have a good palette that I knew I could use every day and I get a lot of use out of, would actually be the Makeup by Mario Master Mattes, the neutrals. It's not too cool, it's not too warm. They're all matte shades, which, you know, you might say, well, where's your shimmer? Where's your highlight if you want some highlight? And that's a fair question. This does not have any shimmer in it. So I kind of had that thought of like, do I wear a lot of shimmer? And I'm like, you know what, if I were just starting to rebuild because I lost everything, this would take me pretty far. I'm wearing it today. I have a mix of shades. I have this shade, this shade, this shade, this shade all over. You also have dark shades that you can use as liners or to really smoke out and create a dramatic kind of evening look. I really love this palette. It is a go-to of mine and I would definitely replace it if I lost it. It would be one of the first to be replaced. Okay, for eyeliners, this was actually a very easy call. And in fact, when I was packing up all my makeup this morning at my house to film this, I've already kind of started packing my makeup up because we're moving in about a month. And this one was like packed in a box and I had to go find it. I fished through all of my makeup boxes this morning trying to find this one eyeliner, but I'm like, nope, I cannot. I would not be being honest if I didn't share this liner. If I pulled another liner into this video, it would be a lie. It would be a lie because this is the first eyeliner I would buy. This is the Fenty Beauty eyeliner in the shade Puppy Eyes. And it is so pretty. It is just the most beautiful, beautiful, like kind of khaki golden bronze shade. It's very metallic. Do you see that? Oh, it's so pretty. I love this color. It's so soft too, very easy to apply. I love this. The formula is great and the color is what really makes this special. I would definitely replace this. I never want to be out of this. I love this. In fact, I'm filming this a few days before the Sephora Savings Event starts, and this will be added to my cart right away. This one and actually the next product that I'm going to share, they're products that I restock every Sephora Savings Event because they are just the holy grails of the holy grails. So good. Okay, so the next product that I'm going to restock, I'm actually going to buy 2, maybe 3. I don't want to buy too many because I don't want them to go bad before I have a chance to use them. The mascara. Any guesses, you guys? Any guesses on what mascara I would buy? The Bobbi Brown Smoky Eye Mascara. It is my favorite. This gives length, it gives volume, it fans out the lash, it gives a very wispy, full looking lash. I think it's the most beautiful mascara on the market. There are many great mascaras at Sephora, to be honest. In fact, I'm rarely disappointed with makeup these days. I feel like most of the makeup I try is good, great, or exceptional. You know, it's very rare that I try something that is below good, you know, but this is exceptional. This is exceptional in my opinion. It's my favorite mascara. And it's one that I never really see people talk about. Bobbi Brown is not a brand that I think I see a lot of buzz in the beauty community around, but this mascara is so good. It's kind of pricey. I didn't realize that actually until someone pointed out like how expensive it is. I think it's like over, how much is this? Actually, I'm gonna look it up because I remember being shocked when I saw how much it was. It's like over $40, I want to say. So grab it during the Sephora Savings Event so you can save a decent amount of money off of it. Let's check it out. It's $41. $41 is a lot for mascara. So I'm going to save $8 off of this. So, I mean, it's better. So I'm definitely picking it up. It's worth it in my opinion, though. It's a little pricey, but it is worth it. Okay, let's talk about lips. So how do you decide one lip liner, one lipstick, and one lip gloss you're going to get? You know, how do you decide? That's tough. So today I'm just going to share my current lip combo. I love this lip combo. I do need to give an honorable mention to the YSL Candy Glaze lipstick in the shade 13. I would definitely go buy that. That is one of my favorite lipsticks. I don't have it. I need to buy it at the Sephora Savings Event. I'm ran out of it. But if I bought that, I would still need to buy one other lipstick because that lipstick is not super long wearing. It's a glossy, balmy lipstick, so it doesn't have a lot of longevity. So the lip liner I would buy would be the Charlotte Tilbury in the shade Medium 2. It's a pink. It's got enough color for me to where it's not too like muted and nude. It's good color. It's like my ideal lip color. I love it. It will go with my nude pinks. It'll go with my warm kind of spicy colors. It's just, it'll go with any lip color that I wear. I kind of have a range that I wear in lip colors. I think we all do, right? This would fit any of those lipstick ranges, so I love this. Now the lipstick I picked is a current favorite right now. It's the Anastasia Beverly Hills matte lipstick in the shade Peony. It's pink and it's matte. So even though I'd get the YSL because it's glossy and balmy, I want a matte option too, especially going into fall. And this one's beautiful. It's also blurring. It softens texture on the lips, so fine lines and wrinkles on the lips, it just softens them and blurs them out. I love the color. It's so pretty. It's just a good pink, everyday pink, so pretty. And then of course you want a gloss to add some shine, and the gloss that I would buy would be the Sephora gloss in the shade 01, the Outrageous Effect Volume Plumping lip gloss. It's so good. It's got a little sensation to the lips, but it's definitely not uncomfortable. It's one of the more mild plumping gloss formulas. So shiny, not sticky, not heavy. This one looks like it's pink, but it's pretty much transparent when you put it on the lips. So it pairs well over any lipstick, any lip liner. If you wear it by itself, you'll get a little bit of a flush color to the lips, but it's still gonna look pretty see-through. And it's just good. It's a good gloss to wear with anything and every day. I love it. Okay, and then the last product that I would buy is the Charlotte Tilbury setting spray in the matte blur. We're gonna use a little bit of it right now because I didn't do this earlier. This is such a good setting spray. Softly mattifies the skin. It locks your makeup in. Your makeup will last all day long. I have a fun and true story to share about this product. I took a flight about a month ago. I went to Montana and it was a long day of travel. I actually had a connecting flight. So I was on 2 airplanes traveling for like 9 hours. And I knew when we landed, we'd have to go to dinner. I wouldn't have a lot of time to get ready. Typically, when I go fly, I wear very little makeup. I don't really wear any eye makeup, but for this day I had to because I knew I probably wasn't gonna have time to redo my makeup. So before I left my house in the morning, I put on a full face of makeup, kind of like this. I used this, and you guys, I kid you not, when I got to my hotel and I looked in the mirror real quickly to change my outfit, my makeup looked so good. You would never have guessed that I had been flying all day because we know what flying does to our skin and our makeup. It dries it out. It just looks, I look like a mess every time I fly my foundation. This locked it in. It looked so fresh. I mean, it looked like I had my makeup on for 3 or 4 hours. It looked incredible. So I am a big believer in this spray. It's so good. Now it is blurring and mattifying. So if you like a glow and you like a dewy look, find another setting spray because this one is going to mattify things, but so good. Okay, friends, that wraps it up. Those are the products I would go buy today at Sephora if I lost everything, and it is enough to complete a full face of makeup. In fact, the face that I'm wearing today is everything that I just shared. There is nothing on my face that I did not just share with you guys. This is the look that it creates. It's a great everyday look, and with that palette, you can bump this up to something more dramatic in the evening. So I had fun filming this video. I would love to know what products you would go buy if you lost everything, and also let me know if you are shopping at the Sephora Savings Event. Drop a comment and let me know what you are picking up. So thank you so much for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed it, and I will see you in my next one. Bye.